Imagine living forever. Not just a long life, but an endless existence. What if death became obsolete? A relic of a past when our minds were trapped in biological bodies. The idea of uploading your consciousness, your entire self, into a digital realm isn't just science fiction anymore. It's a serious pursuit, backed by some of the brightest minds on the planet. But if we could truly upload ourselves, what would that even mean? Would you still be you? Or would something fundamental, something essential, be lost in translation? Tonight, we're diving into the most profound question humanity might ever face: the nature of consciousness itself, and whether eternity is a promise or a paradox. At its core, your consciousness is an emergent property of your brain. Billions of neurons firing, connecting, creating the symphony of thoughts, memories, emotions, and perceptions that make you, well, you. Every laugh, every tear, every single memory you hold, it's all encoded in the incredibly complex architecture of your brain. So, the first step to uploading yourself would be to map that architecture with unimaginable precision. Every neuron, every synapse, every biochemical process. We're talking about creating a digital blueprint of the most complex object in the known universe. Scientists envision advanced connectomics, the complete mapping of all neural connections in a brain. Current technologies can map small sections, even entire fruit fly brains. But a human brain contains over 86 billion neurons, each with thousands of connections. Imagine the sheer data volume. We'd need to freeze the brain, slice it thinner than a human hair, and scan each slice at a nanometer resolution. This isn't just taking a picture. It's reconstructing a dynamic living system down to its most minute details. The technical hurdles are astronomical, but not theoretically impossible. Once mapped, the next step is simulation. Taking that blueprint and running it on a powerful enough computer. A supercomputer capable of emulating every neuron and synapse. If successful, this digital brain would theoretically behave just like your biological one. It would have your memories, your personality, your quirks. It could interact with a virtual world, perhaps even control a robotic body in the real one. For all intents and purposes, it would be you, just in a different substrate. Here's where the paradox truly begins. Let's say we successfully scan and upload your mind. What happens to the original, biological you? Do you simply cease to exist and the digital copy takes over? Or do two of you now exist? The original you in your body and a new you in the digital realm? If the latter, which one is the real you? Is it like making a perfect photocopy? The copy is identical, but the original still exists. This isn't merely philosophical hair-splitting. It goes to the heart of what identity truly means. Many philosophers argue that consciousness isn't a static thing that can be copied. It's a continuous, unbroken stream of experience. Think of it like a river. You can build an identical canal next to it, but the water flowing through the canal isn't the same water that flows through the original river. Your mind, yourself, is constantly changing, experiencing, evolving, moment by moment. A scan, by its very nature, is a snapshot in time. Can a snapshot truly capture a flowing river of experience? Consider the famous Ship of Theseus paradox. If you replace every single plank, mast, and sail of a ship, one by one, is it still the same ship? Most would say yes. It's the continuity of form and function. But what if all the old planks were gathered and reassembled into a second ship? Which one is the original Ship of Theseus? Applied to mind uploading, this paradox highlights the challenge. If our digital self is created by replacing our biological self, perhaps it's a seamless transition. But if it's a copy, then we have a fundamental problem of identity. But here's the strange part, the mid-twist that reframes everything. What is the you that exists right now is already a continuous reconstruction, a kind of mental illusion. Our brains are constantly replacing cells. Memories are re-encoded every time we recall them. Even our atoms are exchanged with the environment. There's no single, unchanging thing in your head that constitutes you. Perhaps consciousness isn't about the stuff it's made of, but the pattern and process of information flow. If that's true, then a digital simulation might indeed be a continuation, rather than a copy. If consciousness is merely an incredibly complex information processing system, then uploading it might be like migrating a program from one computer to another. The program remains the same, even if the hardware changes. This perspective, known as functionalism, suggests that what matters isn't the biological wetware of our brains, but the functional organization of our thoughts. If we can replicate that function, we replicate consciousness. This opens the door to not just immortality, but perhaps entirely new forms of existence. But even if it is you, what kind of existence would it be? Would emotions feel the same without a body to ground them? Without the warmth of the sun, the taste of food, the embrace of a loved one? Would a purely digital existence devoid of physical sensation and the constraints of biology still be meaningful? Or would it be a lonely, sterile eternity, a ghost in the machine endlessly replaying its past? The allure of immortality is powerful, but the consequences are vast and largely unknown. And what about the practicalities? Who would have access to this technology? Would immortality be reserved for the ultra-wealthy? Could uploaded minds be hacked, controlled, or even deleted? The ethical dilemmas are as complex as the scientific ones. We're talking about the fundamental right to life, or rather to eternal life, and the potential for a new form of digital hierarchy, or even enslavement, if not approached with extreme caution and foresight. Perhaps the truth lies in evolution, not simple replication. Instead of a direct copy, perhaps our journey into digital consciousness will be a gradual transfer. Imagine interfacing with advanced AI, slowly merging our thoughts, memories, and consciousness with a digital substrate over time, until the biological container becomes secondary, then perhaps unnecessary. This slow transition might allow for a true continuity of self, a gentle evolution into a new form of being. The possibility of uploading our minds challenges our deepest understanding of what it means to be human. It forces us to confront our mortality, our identity, and the very nature of consciousness. Whether it's a copy, a continuation, or an entirely new entity, the quest for digital immortality is not just a technological challenge, but a philosophical journey into the unknown. It asks us to redefine life, death, and everything in between. So could you live forever by uploading your mind? The scientific answer is possibly, eventually, but the philosophical answer is far more complex. It might be a new form of existence, a digital echo, or perhaps a truly evolved consciousness beyond our current comprehension. But even if we achieve it, even if we transcend our biological limits, the ultimate question remains, in that infinite digital expanse, would you truly be you? And if so, what would you do with eternity? The universe is vast, and the possibilities for consciousness might be even vaster. If you found yourself in that digital forever, what would your next adventure be? Perhaps that's a question for another time.